Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back over in the test account and we're going to be checking out the collections, which of course is a long overdue patch that we did get today, which is going to be an update. So I want to run through here and show you kind of some of the changes that they did do in here. Now looking at the collections on the test server, I haven't built out a lot of collections. A lot of these were actually free, but looking at what you can do in here is really cool because there is a way to, of course, filter them depending on what they do have. Now they have overhauled, they have added a lot to this, including the ability to manage your collections. Now, this is the absolute biggest game changer that we are waiting for. You can see that we can actually equip certain collections such as this one. It gives you all the stats. You see everything that we have on the collection, but it gives you the ability to add multiple heroes in here with the collection. That is right. Very similar to what we see with our artifacts, what we see with our class-specific artifacts. You actually have the ability to manage all of your collections in here just based on what you can get. Now you'll notice it says use 2 of 10 legendary bizarre totems to unlock the next hero slot. I believe this is kind of different because looking at this one, it says use 4 of 10 legendary bizarre totems. So I don't know if it is very totem specific, but you can see right off the bat, even with the very, very basic totems or the collections that we do have in here, that we at least at a very bare minimum, we do have 2 slots in these. Now I want to go through and I want to see after this if we can get a couple of these built. Now last formation and collection, you see we can go ahead and turn that on for the battle prep. Last formation and collection is now enabled or saved. We can go through or also sort out all the collections depending on what we need. So essentially, when this patch drops, you can come in here, you can put what heroes are going to wear the same collection, which again is going to be huge. Now, of course, when you look at the very specific collections, there's also the ability that we got a little while ago to recycle these, which means if it is an absolute garbage collection, this is still going to yield you diamonds. So when you go up here and you do the recycle, and I'll just pick one of these collections, we can recycle. It'll show us which ones do we want to recycle or recall, collection recall. You can see right there 400 diamonds. Now, in addition, you'll notice right here, we do have a little glass. Now that appeared in our bag on the update. Once it came through, we did get this little bag or this little bottle right here, which is the recasting elixir. So they did give us 100 recasting elixir. Now, of course, they said this is going to be based on how many collections you have built, how many totems you've used, a bunch of different things in here, but this is going to give you the ability, formulated according to the arcane secrets, has the power to reshape all things and can be used to recast the ability of collections. So again, when you look at some of the collections that are decent, you could make one collection that is very, very strong. Then you could take that collection, you could share it to all of your heroes, which again is pretty cool to see. Again, a massive, massive patch that we needed. Now you'll notice with some of the collections, like right here, with this one, we are at level 7 because of course we built these out the day that these collections actually came out. But you'll notice when I go down here to modify, it says right here, I cannot recast the ability because it has less than 3 mythic abilities. So if your collection does contain less than 3 mythic abilities, you are not going to have the ability to recast at all. And funny enough, you can see some of these are not even open, but you're not going to be able to recast these at all. Now, when you look at something that has a lot, like right here, we have 4 mythic abilities. When you go into the modification, you can see we have the ability to recast this. This is one that we did just that was kind of random. But looking in the top left right here, this is important to note. Under the effect of the arcane blessing, multiple collections can be unlocked in a collection, allowing multiple heroes to use it, which we know up to 8 slots are available per collection. So again, the collection slots that are available on there are going to be different. Each hero can equip only one collection or artifact at a time. Using recasting elixir to recast collections that have 3 or more mythic abilities, the amount of recasting elixirs need depends on the quality of the target ability. This is something we're going to look at. Recasting common, rare, elite abilities will only be upgraded to a higher quality without replacing it with another. Recasting legendary or mythic will upgrade the quality and allow you to choose a replacement for similar abilities provided. So again, it's going to let you choose what is on there, which I want to go through this. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't done it yet. I wanted to make sure that we did catch all of this. Skill +1 abilities and abilities that are already mythic plus quality cannot be recasted. So pretty interesting there. Abilities that are already the mythic plus cannot be recasted. Previously recasted collections can be restored to the initial state. 70% of the elixir will be given back. So if I go in here, I use my elixir, I don't like what we get. 70% of that elixir can come back if we go ahead and revert this collection. Collections that have been restored can be recasted again. When selling or recycling, 70% of the recasting will be refunded. So pretty cool with that we are going to get some of it back. So the recastability, you can see that all of them are glowing in here. Let me just try like this level up and see what it tells me. So there we go. So I can switch this for 500. Wow, that is expensive, but we can swap this for 500 of our recasting elixir. Looking at some of these, which are legendary ones, are 400 of the recasting elixir, and it looks like all of the mythic ones are 500. But essentially, you can come in here and you can build a perfect collection based on what you have in here, especially if you have this top slot up here with a level up. And you can go in here and choose what you want. Now, I believe you can only do this once. So right here where we do have a legendary, you can see this is going to take a legendary right here. It is going to turn it into a mythic. So we can actually build it. And you'll notice too, is when you're doing a legendary like this one up to the attack, it is going to do right here 7.92%. A legendary going to the mythic. Now, of course, a mythic going to, I believe, the mythic plus right there is going to be a 9.68. So there is a higher multiplier in here when you're taking a mythic to a mythic plus versus a legendary up to a mythic. And of course, again, that cost is much higher, but that is really, really cool when you go to build some of these out, because even looking here, guys, 42.37. So again, you can take good, well-built collections that you got and you can recast them to make them even stronger. Because even right here, if you look at my HP, which is 12.82, I can level up my HP to 15.67 to even take this one a little bit higher, which again, I believe you can only recast once per collection that you do have in here, making this imperative to really know exactly how you're going to be building those out. And I believe that is what it said. Yeah, when they're mythic plus, so once it's at a higher tier, it cannot be recasted again. But I do wonder if we can get to the point, or if we can actually use this to the point of getting recasted on more than one target, more than one time, which again, once I get over on the YouTube account with all of the collections that we built, we will be able to see it. Now, of course, looking at the Ghoulish Gallery itself, on this account, we really haven't used it at all. The arcane staffs that we have in here are just the free ones, so we have 181. But of course, looking at the combination now, since we have done and really changed the way that the Stargazer is giving us these totems, since we have changed how we are actually getting these totems out of the Temple of Time, really does make a big difference, because even looking here with my Temple of Time emblems, I have gotten legendary bizarre totems. Boom, we'll go ahead and use that. That gives me the Valiant Attack, and it also does provide me with this recasting elixir, which again is very, very important. So that is going to be the way that you're going to be able to get it. And I wonder if the summons also give it to us as well. I'm kind of wondering with the arcane staffs going in here, if we just have the ability, because of course on here I haven't done summons. Let's do a couple in here and see if we get any of those. So I don't think we do. There we go. There's two right there. You've gained 2 legendary bizarre totems right there with a bonus of 20. So legendary bizarre totems are going to give us our reset elixir, which is very, very cool. So we're going to have the ability to get that out of there. Now I wonder if I draw a card. There we go. Another 10 elixir right there. I'm going to go ahead and draw them all, just because, again, we want to pick up some more of this elixir, and I've been sitting on them. But yeah, every single legendary bizarre totem is going to yield you some of those elixirs, which is pretty cool. So if you want to get wish list not set, there we go. Let's set the wish list. Now out of here, guys, I would still do the regular ones that we did. So looking here, you want the physical, the physical pierce, the magical pierce. You do want the arcane totem, I believe it is, or I'm drawing a blank on the name of that one. And then of course the level, I know we can see it in here, miracle worker. That's right, that is the miracle worker. So we have miracle worker, we have physical pierce, we have magic pierce, which is right down here. There is our sword shard, that is the physical pierce. We have our magical pierce, and then we do have the level up. These are the ones that I would advise to build out of the collections. Then of course, just going in here, we'll see, because once we pull one of these, boom, there we go. We got 10 more of our bonus juice. Now you can see we have 2 more days till we're actually being able to use this. Now the question that I have for this, and where we're kind of still stuck, is getting the arcane staff. So short of buying them out of here, and I've had a lot of players that have said, buying them out of the store, actually right here with the arcane staffs. As of today, as of right now, I would buy out the arcane staffs on a regular basis. And the reason being, when you think of getting the arcane staffs, giving you the ability to actually get those mythic totems, if you get the mythic totems and you're using the mythic totems, you're going to be able to supercharge a bunch of different heroes with these, with the collections that you're building. Also, you can change them up a little bit, but there might be a big case to kind of be said, I guess, for getting the arcane staffs out of there and then being able to go in the Ghoulish Gallery and being able to, again, kind of build these out as we see fit with the collections. Because also remember that there are going to be more collections that are coming. Then, of course, we're at 190 of our recasting elixir. So very cool to see all of the updates to the collections. Makes them not suck as much as they used to be. But all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.